to put your acrylic discs on your cake board, right? And remember, the acrylic disc is a bit bigger than the cake we're using. When I position it on the acrylic disc, I make sure I centralize it. And then as you can see, there's a bit of space in between the cake and the acrylic disc. This is very important. The reason why I like using the acrylic disc is it makes your work very fast and it gives you a very nice and straight cake. No matter what texture of cake you're using, either if your cake is very moist, if it has like runny fillings and all of that in it, it keeps your cake nice and straight. So it's my preferred tool to use instead of the regular freehand. So I'm filling this cake with just plain buttercream, which I'm going to add on top of the cake. So just a little layer of buttercream, and I can use my offset spatula to spread that evenly. When you're adding your second cake, make sure you also centralize that to make sure everything is kept at the middle, right? You can get your cake to however tall you want it to be. But if I'm using more than 4 layers of cake, then I sort of put a dowel rod on the third one to make sure everything is nice and straight, and to make sure the cake on top does not crush the ones beneath. So that's nice and perfect. I'm just going to step back a little to make sure my cake is straight and to make sure everything is in place and within the acrylic board. Okay. With the remaining buttercream in my piping bag, I'm going to just do a light crumb coat over the cake. Nothing major, just a very light crumb coat on the sides and then a little on top. If your cake won't stay in place, you can use a dowel rod. You can insert a dowel rod at the middle just to keep it in place, you know, especially if you're using very delicate and moist flavors. Remember, even right from the beginning, when you're layering your cake, you have to put your acrylic discs underneath. So that's nice and perfect. I'm just going to clean the excess fallout with a tissue paper. So at this stage, I'm going to have to put this in the fridge for about 5 minutes, just so that the buttercream on the outer part become solid, and then so that all the crumbs on the body of the cake is trapped before we put the second layer of buttercream. 5 minutes after, and my buttercream is set, right? Okay, so I filled this with more buttercream, and I'm going to start this process from the top. I'm applying a generous coat of buttercream on top. Then another layer over it. And I'm just going to use my palette knife to spread that and make it even. So one of the rules about this buttercream when you're decorating is when you go over the cake with either palette knife or the scraper, you have to entirely leave your excess on the either on the tip of your bowl or clean it off before you take your palette knife or your scraper back to your cake. So I'm just going to smoothen that and make it flat on top. Then my second acrylic disc will go on top, right? You make sure you press it down very well so that the buttercream can spread like all over the place. And so that you don't get like any air bubble on top of the buttercream. Okay, so after spreading that, I'm going to use my plum to make sure it is straight, to make sure this is straight. So this needs to get to the middle and then it's fine. So I need to press it down more on this side. Almost there. Okay. Okay, that's fine. And then I'll take it to this angle. Press it down a bit and that's perfect. Okay, so after you have ensured that your acrylic disc is aligned straight, then we fill the excess, that's the excess space here, with buttercream, with the spillover buttercream by the side, like this. Okay, so now that looks nice and perfect on top. And just to be double sure, I want to go over it with my plum again because you see I touched it a little. Okay. Okay, that's perfect. Before I continue, now this stage is very, very important. If you want a very straight cake, then you need to ensure that the acrylic disc underneath aligns with the one on top, right? By using your tall bench scraper. So literally, if you put your bench scraper straight on your board in a very straight and upright position, the tip it should touch the tip of the disc down and the one up. Or better still, you can use 2 bench scrapers to ensure this. Okay, so I need to push it this direction a bit. And then I'm checking it on another side. I need to push towards that one a bit. So just keep adjusting until it is straight all round. Okay. Okay, so that's nice and perfect. Then with the remaining buttercream in the piping bag, I'm just going to apply all around the cake, starting from the bottom. So ensure the entire cake is totally covered with buttercream. You don't want to add too much because if you have too much buttercream going on there, then you struggle with taking off the excess. So it's better you add gradually. If you find a need to add more, it's better to add gradually than to add way too much buttercream and then struggle with taking off the excess. So after adding the buttercream, then it's time to smoothen. Now it's time to start the process of smoothing the cake. So with my bench scraper, make sure whatever bench scraper you're using is taller than your cake. Even if it's a bit, it needs to be taller than your cake, right? So in order to make sure the entire cake is covered. Okay, so I'm just going to start with a swipe. So I'm going to keep going round. Pause. Put the excess buttercream back in the bowl before I continue. Always make sure you scrape off your excess buttercream before you take your bench scraper back to your cake. Okay, so that's okay. I need to add more buttercream on some of the areas. So I'm just going to pick my piping bag and fill those areas. You also don't want to fill them with so much buttercream because, like I said, it's better done this way than to have like a lot of buttercream all over the place and then you're struggling with taking them off. Okay, so I'm just going to go over it again. Okay, so I still have some more areas that needs to be covered. So it's better you do it gradually like this until you achieve perfection. If you're in Nigeria, we have this product for sale. We have the acrylic discs in different sizes and 3 different shapes. You can also check out our Instagram page to see the updated list of our distributors across Nigeria, or send us a message on Instagram. I will provide you with the adequate information. Okay, you see that's almost perfect, right? We have just like about 1 or 2 areas left to be filled with buttercream. Okay, so now that I'm in the last smoothing stage, I want to make sure I take my swipe once, like I'm not breaking at the middle, you know, in order to avoid the bench scraper creating lines on the buttercream. See what I mean? You put your hand like this, and then you put your bench scraper at the same point as your other hand, and then you take a swipe straight without stopping. And when it's time to stop, you just do that very quickly. Once again, and that should be it. Okay, so that's it. We are done smoothing. As you can see, the cake is very straight. It's very clean, right? With just very little or no effort. You see, I have taught this class using freehand, and I have taught the class using acrylic discs. But one thing I discover is the people who I taught with acrylic disc, they do like better and straight cakes rather than using freehand. With time, you may sort of learn the technique of how to master like freehand without the acrylic disc. But trust me, the acrylic disc makes your work faster. You can do like 20 of this in 3 hours. You understand what I mean? So the acrylic disc is very important for this process, but that is not to say you cannot do without it. So at this stage, I'm going to put my cake in the fridge so that my buttercream sets before we take off the disc and reveal our cake. I forgot to mention the other time, how do you determine if you have done a good job with your application of buttercream on your cake? The tip of the acrylic disc must be clean, both the one down and the one up. There shouldn't be any excess buttercream on it before you take it to the fridge. If you're seeing any buttercream on the tip of the acrylic, that means you still need to take your scraper over your cake and take off everything, right, before you put your cake in the fridge. So 5 minutes after, my cake is cold. As you can see, when I touch it, it doesn't smudge on my hand, so that's good. Here I have 2 boards and I have a thread, right? So I cut a little of the thread and flip my cake. If you are doing this, please, you have to be careful. You have to be very careful so as not to drop your cake, right? So I'm just going to put this up, secure it with both hands and flip, because we need to take off the acrylic on the bottom first before we do the one on top. So my cake is nice and firm. You take a piece of thread and then you hold your acrylic disc on top. Take the thread from the edge of the disc and just take it through like that. I'm going to put it down and remove the disc, right? So this is the board I'm using for my cake. That's the final board that the cake is going to sit on. I'm going to put a little bit of chocolate or a little bit of buttercream on this board so as to stick my cake to the board. So I'm going to apply a little bit of melted chocolate on my board before I flip my cake again, just to secure the cake to the board so it doesn't keep moving. So I'm going to flip it and make sure my board is central. Right? Adjust it to make sure it's central. So that is central, and I'm just going to carefully flip my cake again. Of course, while doing this, you have to be very confident and you have to make sure you're holding firm. Okay. Now it's time to remove the acrylic disc on top of the cake. So I'm using the same thread. When you're doing the one on top, you have to be extra careful because you don't want your thread cutting through your buttercream, right? So you make sure you take it from the exact edge of the acrylic. And it's a good sign when you can see your black thread moving through your acrylics, right? If you can't see the black thread, that means the thread is lost somewhere and you have to reposition your hand and redo the whole thing. But as I'm doing it, you can see that the black thread is really obvious from the beginning of it to the end of it. Okay. After using the thread, you sort of try to take off your disc, but if it's still a little bit difficult for you to do so, you can run your thread through it again. Okay, so that's okay. I can always fix the little smudge with my small palette knife. Make sure the palette knife is clean, and then I'm just going to swipe it on top to clean off that little mistake. So this is the finishing of the cake, and as you can see, the edges are sharp, the cake is clean, the cake is tall and straight, and that is how you achieve a clean and crisp finishing using the silk and smooth buttercream. And I hope you've really enjoyed this stage.